Hello.
Hello. La, la, la. That's a joke for you Gen Xers out there. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Dungeons & Dragons with the comic book community. We are officially down a Gish Tizan who bravely sacrificed himself last week.
Not really. We'd already killed it.
Yeah. So
he was dead when I killed him.
You guys went down this slide, and there was a pool of steaming water at the bottom of the slide, and a gross-looking, centipede-looking thing climbed out of it and fought, or two of them, rather. And one of them wrapped himself around Gish because Gish decided to charge at it and try to knock it back into the water. But when it died, it coiled up around him and pulled him into the briny deep. And you watched as his triangle and his kazoo went flying, and he gave you all a point of inspiration, and then the bubbles from his breath stopped bubbling, and you knew that he was no more.
Dear.
So, ironically, you don't have your best stealth guy anymore, and your worst stealth guy.
This is correct, yes.
So Dill John was not here last week. Do you need any other information? I don't think there was too much else.
We handed him one of the things we found.
The staff.
Yeah.
What the cloak was too.
The cloak is currently in the bag of holding because we didn't decide who was going to take it. But the staff
you were handed the staff of charming.
Yes. Staff of charming.
That.
Okay. When I'll read you the description. It requires attunement by a bard, cleric, druid, sorcerer, warlock, or wizard, which you are a wizard. While holding this staff, you can use an action to expend one of its 10 charges to cast Charm Person, Command, or Comprehend languages from it using your spell save DC. The staff can also be used as a magical quarterstaff. If you are holding the staff and you fail a saving throw against an enchantment spell that targets only you, you can turn your failed save into a successful one. You can't use this property of the staff again until the next dawn. If you succeed on a save against an enchantment spell that targets only you, with or without the staff's intervention, you can use your reaction to expend one charge from the staff to turn the spell back on its caster as if you had cast the spell.
Nice.
It regains 1d plus 2 expended charges every day at dawn.
That was my question. Okay.
If you expend the last charge, roll a d20 on a 1, the staff becomes non-magical quarterstaff.
Oh, it doesn't recharge if I use all the charges before.
No, there's a 1 in 20.
If you expend the last charge, you roll a d20 on a 1, the staff becomes you run the risk of it breaking.
If I choose to use the 10th charge. Okay.
Yeah. So
I'll need to attune to it. Okay.
It is just a regular old item. You can look it up if you need to get the information on that again.
Awesome.
The other thing we found was the Mantle of Spell Resistance.
And that's in the bag of holding?
It's currently in the bag of holding. You have advantage because you have to attune to it as well.
Okay.
You have advantage on saving throws against spells while you're wearing this cloak. So if a spell targets you and you have to make a saving throw, you have an advantage.
Okay.
Is that it? Let's put this up. Yeah. So it looks like that's it. So
you have advantage on saving throws against spells while you wear this cloak. Yep.
Okay. It doesn't do anything to your AC or anything.
No, it just gives you advantage on any kind of saving throw. So we were debating on who was going to take that.
Okay.
And we had not made a decision. So I just stuffed it in the bag holding so we could move on. So if we were going to take a rest and somebody attuned to it, then we have to make a decision. Till then, it doesn't do us any good anyway. So.
Not wrong.
And then I also snagged Gish's gray bag of tricks. So
Any ball bearings in there?
no, it's the thing where you throw out the little fuzzy thing and it becomes an animal.
Is his kazoo still here?
Yeah, he threw
Yeah,
it
he
on.
said he threw the triangle and the kazoo. He said he threw them.
I'll take his kazoo.
Yay.
I'll grab the triangle and give a 3 ding salute.
Not a 21 ding salute. Not going that far for him. All right. Well, if that's all the admin that we need to go over, here is the map. You're currently in
23.
it's kind of hard to see H23 with the single pool of red water. Yeah.
Okay.
Where would you like to go from here?
Other than the pool of water that had the 2 beasties that we killed, was there anything else in this room? I don't remember the description.
Yeah, I'll read you the description of this room again. This bulbous cavern has walls as smooth as glass and a ceiling lined with dripping icicles. A wisp of steam rises from the roughly circular pool in the northern half of the cave. South of the pool is a shallow crater filled with oversized snowballs.
Oversized snowballs.
Okay.
Can we look at those oversized snowballs?
You certainly may.
What do I see?
Well, you have to roll.
Oh,
Are you investigating them? Make an investigation check. Or oh well, doesn't matter. They're big snowballs, man.
all right.
All right. I will. Although my investigation is not any good either, but I'll investigate the snowballs, I guess, as well. 10.
A 10?
10.
Okay. With a 10, you are able to ascertain that these aren't just snowballs, but you have no idea what they are.
Okay.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay. They are some sort of egg.
Oh, yeah.
Omelets.
On fire. Fireball.
How many of them are there?
6.
6. Okay.
They are frozen to or partially embedded in the icy floor, so you can't just pick them up.
All right. When I look toward 26, what do I see? From like here in the middle of 23, near the nest, apparently. With my 120 feet of dark vision.
That's what you see. You see another egg-shaped room that has a hole that looks like to be another slide.
Okay. What do I see if I go over to H25 and look in?
Okay. So there's 2 H25s, which is confusing.
Oh.
Oh yeah, there is, huh?
There is? Oh yeah, there are. Well, I meant the one off the room we're in.
Right. Yeah. It appears to be just an empty cavern from your vantage point.
I'm gonna do a perception check of that room. That is a 19. Do I perceive there's anything out of the ordinary, or is it just empty?
You perceive with a 19, you perceive like a weird energy coming out of that room, but you have no idea why or what it is, but it is clearly not just an empty chamber, but you have no idea what that feeling is you're getting from it.
I will relate that to the group.
Well, that's weird. Okay. Does anybody have a spell or anything that we could find out what that is? Or would be a waste?
All I can do is detect magic. I don't know that I'll know exactly what's going on.
that a cantrip or a?
It's actually a ritual. I could do it as with a little time. I could do it as a ritual, but I also have it as like the level 1 spell or whatever it is.
Is that what you're doing?
I mean, I don't think is that does anyone feel like that was useful to just know if there's magic? I'm just
No,
not
it-
going to know.
Couldn't hurt.
All right, let's see how long the detect magic takes. Let's see.
10 minutes.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
I think all rituals are 10 minutes.
Yep, 10 minutes. Do you guys want to take the 10 minutes and have me vibe with the magic?
Sure.
All right. Let's detect some magic in there.
Okay. You spend your time meditating outside of this chamber, at which point you cast detect magic on it, and you don't sense anything magical, but during your meditation, and specifically towards the end of your meditation, you started hearing what sounded like whispers coming from the room, and you couldn't really make out what they were saying or even what language it was in, but a couple times you thought you heard your own name.
Okay, so there's some kind of ghosty something in there that spirit.
Yeah, I will save the bit about my name, but I'll explain to them like that I was hearing some kind of whisper voices and magic something in there, but not anything that's like any spells guarding it per se.
Okay, well, while he was doing that, I went and peeked into 24, and what did I see over there?
You see a couple of pools that look very similar to the one that you have in H23, which is the steam from that pool has slowly started to dissipate, especially in the time Dild was casting his ritual. But these two pools in this other room are definitely still steaming.
So the creatures are probably what is keeping that water warm. Okay. Good to know. I will relay that observation to the group.
Well, if anybody's walking around, can I go to the other 25?
You would have to
You'd have
walk
to go
through
into 24 to do that, where I just told you there's giant pools that have more of those creatures that you almost died fighting, and Gish did die fighting.
All right.
I mean, you can, but you would have to.
The rest of us might be like, and we're down another member. So I'm pretty sure you're not looking very good.
No, I'm not. I'm yeah, that's true. I'm not doing very well. I'm actually like holding up a wall. So,
Okay. Well, I'll cast. I'll heal us. Heal us all for. Everybody takes 19 healing.
thank you.
And I mentioned this last week. I think Dild is the one who has. There's 2 superior healing potions that you guys picked up at one point.
I had one already. Now I've got 2. You're saying?
No, there's one. I broke one.
Oh, yeah, you
that's right. You did.
Yeah. I only wrote one down. So
You are correct. Thank you for reminding me.
You broke one?
yes,
Yeah.
it was in
the
a
chest, he
treasure
smashed the
chest.
chest.
Yeah.
Oh, this must have been a week I missed.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
He went to open the chest with his axe, and it busted open the chest. And we
Because you rolled bad. You broke one of the.
Gotcha. Okay. No, this must have been a week I was gone. I didn't remember that. Okay. Well,
we want to break these eggs so they don't hatch.
I mean, we break them, something might come.
Leroy Jenkinson. Also a reminder, you
Got
didn't finish.
Yeah, well, we got the 22 and
that pop.
Gish just ran over and jumped down the hole, so we didn't
Right.
actually
So you didn't go south
We didn't
from
really
22,
make the choice to come this way.
and you also didn't do 13 through 21 or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
That right side there.
But since John wasn't here last time, the slide you went down, which is the windy bit on the top right of 23. I did tell you when you were looking down from above that it looked like it would be very difficult to get back up because it was basically a sheet of pure ice.
Got it.
So you all have crampons, but you don't necessarily have climbing gear.
Right.
So it would still be a difficult, except for Tony Tickles, who just can climb walls. He can scurry back up there, but the rest of you would have to roll.
Are you guys? Are you guys
I have a climber's kit.
small enough to hop on my back and I can do one at a time?
Bill probably is,
Bill probably is, but otherwise, I don't know.
and I do have a climbing gear in addition to the crampons.
But do we care to go back up? That's the better
I
question.
mean, I guess, do we want to continue to explore down here? We know that potentially we got to face more of these creatures if we go in here.
Yeah.
We could go down 26. Well, let's go and look and see what the hole at 26 looks like, I guess. Or do we want to break the eggs first? Which was Doc's.
I don't know that I like the break the eggs plan.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's
Fair
go
enough.
look at 26 and see.
Do you want me to climb down 20? Well, let's.
No.
Can we see anything of it?
Let's go see what we can see first.
Okay.
So we approach 26 in the hole.
Okay.
So we can't see on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's similar to looking down H22. If you'd like, you could make a perception check to see if you hear anything, which you would have advantage on, but you wouldn't be able to see down it.
Okay. That's a natural 19 for a total of 23. As I perceive what's down the chute.
Okay. You hear let's see what's the best way to describe this. I guess it almost sounds like someone or something walking on like an icy, like ice covered snow. So there's like some crunching, but it also doesn't sound unlike someone stepping on leaves or twigs. So you can't really figure out what it is, but something is moving around down there.
Do we remember what the drone saw down there since it's already lit up?
No, this wasn't lit up. The room didn't go down this way.
We went down this. We sent the drone down there. That was where they actually had the trees.
Right. So it was
An orchard.
Oh, you guys did go. I didn't think this was highlighted. Okay, never mind. So you guys did go down there.
Yeah, frost covered. You saw frost covered trees.
Okay. So you know there's frost covered trees and there's something moving down there. Is what I can hear something moving around. So is there any reason for us to go down this?
Well, what's the object of us being in this cavern anyways? To get out?
I don't know. What was that's a good question. I don't remember what.
I don't think we ever got a real good response from her.
The orb
I think she was pretty vague about things, but basically she knows or has heard of a way to stop the Frostmaiden permanently through this cavern.
So we have to check the room.
Her or the orb tell us what we're looking for? Like,
no, she didn't know what you're looking for exactly, but she knows you have to get through this cavern before you find what it is. So there is something beyond this cavern that you need to.
Okay, so we need to get through the cavern. I thought we was looking for something in the cavern and we didn't know what we were looking for.
And are we going with the arrows that showed with where the shafts are to the? So is this normally a way up, not a way down?
The arrows point up.
The arrows point up.
Okay.
So yeah, we would be dropping down to go down to 36.
Okay.
Was there anything beyond 36 when you guys did your little shoot your little eye down through there, or was that an end?
I think that's as far as they went.
Yeah, that was it. Okay.
As far well, there were paths, but you didn't go any further.
Right. We only had a certain amount of time.
Okay.
Yeah, there looks to be multiple paths out of there.
So since we have, I guess we have to go look in these shafts, these rooms.
I mean, there's something down there that we're probably going to have to fight if we go down there.
So it's either go down this one or go
Or
up.
we climb back up the other one and go down one of the other paths.
Right.
I thought we just go down this one.
Or going through 24.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I think to go up
24, you guys know, because you got the 24. So that goes back
you can see that
goes back to kind of where you guys get. Okay, so there's other paths there as well. Okay.
Oh, there was the one thing down at H27.
Because this from H10 is where you initially looked down.
Okay.
So what the hell is
and
that?
that's where you sent the
Gray
drone.
thing?
The gray thing? That's another slope down to
Okay.
The gray one's the one you went down for like 10 minutes or whatever and never found a.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. So, want to go wee?
I mean, we can.
It's either go climb up the other one and go through those rooms, or go down this one where it shoots off.
I mean, we don't know what the right way is.
Right.
No.
We're just walking around in circles.
Yeah, and getting beat up by stuff.
I'm all for going down this one. I don't know that I want to deal with the bubbles or the eggs, and I don't think we can really climb back up easily. So let's just, I guess,
Let's
keep
go.
going down.
All right.
all right. So
Well,
let
I'm
me
just telling you, like, be ready when you get down there because there's going to be something probably attack us.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
let me read you the description of 26 first. This chamber rises to a height of 40 feet and is shaped like an egg. The floor is slightly concave and sinks towards a 15-foot diameter hole in the floor that seems to be the upper level of a tunnel. Besides that, you don't notice anything about the room.
The room is shaped like an egg. Okay.
26 or the okay 26.
Yeah, that's the one we're in. He just never gave us the full description of it. But we've been in it for a while and nothing has attacked us yet. So
Right. So let's just go.
Who's leading the way? Tickles, you leading the way?
I'll lead the way. Why not?
All right. Now I'll go down the slide and get attacked by something.
Just let you guys know, I need a long rest to get any more rages.
Everyone down?
Everyone down.
All right. A grove of frost-covered trees fills this 50-foot high cavern, the floor of which is a mixture of earth and ice. By some magic or miracle, the trees are alive, their canopies thick with frosty leaves, their branches bearing purple pears that hang like ornaments. A low wall, broken in several places, threads its way through the grove, which is surrounded by 6 exits.
Oh, 6 exits. Okay.
Dang.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, all of those are going out then. All right.
So
I only see 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think
5.
it's the one we came down.
Six, the one
Oh,
that came down.
yeah. I didn't count that.
You forgot to count yourself.
Yeah, right.
All right. Well, since I heard something, as soon as we get down there, can I do a perception to see if I hear it now or where it's at now that we're slid down here?
Yeah.
That's not as good. 14.
What are you examining exactly?
Like at the top of the tunnel, I heard something moving and crunching around. Now that we've slid down this thing and stopped, I'm trying to like perceive and locate that.
Okay. And you rolled a 14.
A 14.
Did you roll an advantage for here?
Oh, I did not. So I rolled a 10. Oh, that's worse. So I rolled a 10 with my +4. That was a 4 on my second one. So still a 14.
Yeah, that's fine. You sense that something is hiding in the southernmost tree.
The southernmost tree. Like in the tree? Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to keep my eye on that tree.
So do you want to go? That would be our left, right? You want to go up that?
So, well, yeah, is south down on this map?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. Well, we could edge away from it initially.
Yeah.
Try not to draw try not to draw an attack. Move toward the north tunnel first.
Let's go.
So you're just trying to kind of slink around the wall to the
north. Just to, like, if we don't have to fight this thing, if it's not like immediately attacking us. So.
Okay. Are you just like peeking in? Are you walking that way? How far are you going into it?
Well, I mean, we slid down, so I assumed we were in the room to start.
No, I mean, how far are you going up this north passage?
It's far enough that we can kind of see what we're dealing with.
All right, so you want to get to where you can see the next room?
Yeah. Yeah, just kind of peeking in and edging that way until we see something that maybe is useful.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
Okay, so without going too far past where the red and the blue change color, so just so you can start looking into the room.
Yeah.
What you can see is that while this is still an ice-covered room, the ice seems to be polished to a mirror-like finish.
Oh,
Let me check myself out.
That could be a good sign of where we're going. That we think the Frostmaiden would have. Of course, she has a castle, but like, but I mean, something is maintaining this, or has made it look good nice. At one point. I guess. What did you say, Dild?
No, made it to look nice. Yeah. Clearly.
Yeah.
Do we want to go this way, or do we want to check other paths out of 36 first?
I'm fine going up a little bit here and just kind of checking this out.
Okay.
It looks like it might connect back up.
Stealth until I can kind of see from where we just kind of can see till I can actually see into the room. I'll do it.
Are you trying to stealth in, or are you just?
Yeah, I'm going to stealth in.
Okay.
So do you guys want me to stay in the back to watch our backs while you're going forward?
Sure. That's
or I will, seeing how I've got the lowest stealth.
Okay. So, well, my stealth was not great. That's a 13. So
okay.
So I rolled poorly. So
you rolled poorly.
Well, not poorly. It could have been much worse, but it wasn't good.
So as you get closer, every surface of this 20-foot high cavern is polished to a mirror finish, such that you are faced with countless distorted reflections of yourself. Your head spins as you try to keep your bearings. But you do notice, crouching in the middle of the cavern is a gaunt gnoll with ravenous eyes and the foul stench of the grave coming from it. The creature does not cast his own reflection.
Oh, another damn gnoll vampire. Okay.
But your stealth did beat his passive perception, so he did not immediately notice you.
All right.
Is this the one we've been fighting?
You have no way to know that.
No way to know that, but it's another damn gnoll vampire. So, I kind of like signal the group that there's something there, and As I stealth up, could I see down the passage going to like the northwest that I had to pass before I kind of got where I could see into the room?
Let's see.
And it may just turn immediately, and I can't see. I'm just curious if I could see something.
Yes, it does. It does turn pretty quickly, so you would not be able to see from this room into that.
So it's just another passage. All right. So I'm gonna like withdraw to the guys to tell them that there's another or the Knoll vampire sitting in the middle.
Are we just going to ignore that Alec is basically assuming that we're all so racist we can't tell one Knoll vampire from the other?
Well, I mean,
all Knoll vampires look alike.
Yeah, can I tell if it was the same one? Probably not with a.
The assumed racism.
Not,
I guess I didn't do a
not when it's
perception
back to you from a distance. No.
As I'm peeking in the room
So
and not trying not to
judgmental.
be seen. No, I couldn't tell for sure.
Once you go talk to it and see it face to face, maybe you can notice its unique characteristics.
All right, so we know it's there. What do we want to do?
Every time we fought this one of these things,
I will also relate the fact that
It's
it
just
appears
flood.
that potentially because of the way the room is, he indicated that I at first felt a little bit disoriented trying to look into the room. So there may be
some
like
disadvantage.
some disadvantage of actually going in there. That doesn't mean we don't have to go across it to get to wherever we're going, but we don't know that for sure.
Okay.
So I'm also going to relate that to the group.
Yeah, I don't know that we're ready to roll another round of fighting a Knoll vampire. I'm fine coming back to this if we want to go explore down to the other corners a little bit.
All right, let's do it then.
All right, so we would withdraw back to 36.
Yes. And go along the northwestern side to that other.
I think it would be northeastern side.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. Sorry. To the other exit, right?
Yeah, and while we're doing that, I'm keeping a lookout for that thing that I saw moving in the trees.
Okay.
So there's something there. I can't. Oh, okay. You can scroll over.
It's giving me trouble moving the thing. From your vantage point from this room, this looks like an empty chamber, and obviously you can't see the top or bottom portions of it from where you are.
All right, I'm going to do a perception check of this room before we go into it. Perception's been doing me pretty good. 19. Just because that other room gave off bad vibes.
Right.
As you're kind of like slowly peering into it and, tentatively sticking your head around, the only thing you notice is a smell. It's a familiar smell to you. But it's not an unpleasant smell, but it makes you feel uneasy.
It's a smell that's familiar, but I don't know. I can't place it.
Yeah, if you want to make a history check, you can tell me.
Let's see if I can. Let's try a history check. See if I know what this is. History or okay? My history is plus 0. 18 though.
All right. I was gonna say I'm the history guy if you need it.
Yeah.
This smells like like roasting rabbit.
Roasting rabbit. Okay.
A brace of conies.
Well, I don't like that smell. Okay.
How would you know that smell?
Well, I mean,
Of all the people to be familiar with it.
Well, I mean, rabbits, like regular rabbits, still exist in this
yes,
world.
I know.
And I'm sure being out and about as a traveler, you've been across campfires where people are roasting rabbits, or, you know, maybe a tragic event in your past with a family member.
That's so good.
There is that possibility. Okay, so which would indicate there's something in there having a meal. Okay.
Anyone else like to try to?
Yeah, I'll do perspective.
Perspective.
I think he said it was a history check, right?
Oh, history check.
Well,
Well,
it's
I
a
did the perception check to detect
History,
something
I'll write
correctly,
history check.
Perception. Yeah, perception.
and then history check to see if I knew what the smell was.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh, that's a dirty 20.
Okay. Similarly, did you tell him?
yeah, I
Jason?
told them what I initially that I perceived that there's someone in there and it smells like there's something in there because it smells like someone's cooking a rabbit.
Okay.
That's what I told the group.
Cool. So you also get the distinct sense of a very familiar smell, but you know the smell of roasting rabbit, and this is not it.
Okay, so hey, it's not your cousin. It's not rabbit.
So
What do you want to do?
interesting that he smells something different than I smell.
All right. I mean, there's no point in me perceiving it, right?
I mean,
That is 16. They're debating over what it smells like rabbit. And I'm like, let me smell.
Okay.
well, Pickles didn't try to determine what it was. He just knew it was rabbit.
Yeah. You smell something as well. You are immediately upset at the smell. It is not rabbit.
So one of you do a history check. To think
Upset.
what you
I mean,
smell.
I can absolutely do a history check. I don't know that it matters.
If you know what you think the smell is, I'd be curious to see if you know what you think. The smell
I
is.
got a 24 on that history check.
Okay. It is a smell that you have tied to a very tragic event in your past.
All right, somebody's fucking with our heads.
Yes. Okay. So that's
green.
Don't eat some.
okay. So there's some sort of magic going on in there. It's gonna mess with our heads. All right. So do we go in or next hallway? I mean, I don't know. Do we know? We don't know what we're looking for.
No.
So we're kind of just trying to check everything out and figure out what our path is.
At some point, we're going to have to pick a room to just kind of like
Yeah. I think the more we just sort of go around and poke our heads in, the more we're likely we're just to stumble on something that, maybe all
better to choose our fate. You're saying than have awaken every single monster in this place.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, because right now you're being pretty quiet, but once you start fighting, who the hell knows?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine going into this place.
I mean, this one's gonna mess with our heads. The other one's gonna be a vampire.
Well, it was
I don't
going to
know
mess
what's
with our
in the
heads
trees
too.
behind it.
I don't think door number 3 is going to be a refrigerator or something. I think that we're all going to get hit with something in any one of these rooms. So,
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, let's just do it.
You going
All right.
into 38?
38.
38.
Let's do it.
Okay. I would like you all to make I guess what would an investigation check to try to follow the smell to its source.
Okay.
19.
19. Hey.
That's an investigation. A 4.
This is my
Oh.
area.
I got a 12.
I'm the
Follow
best
the
learner.
group.
Yeah. So interestingly, Doc and Dild, you both start walking in opposite directions, trying to follow this smell. One of you to the north chamber and one of you to the south chamber.
Okay.
It's this way.
No, it's this way.
We split up.
All right.
I'm
now
not
that we're
going
in
anywhere
the
alone.
room, can I do another perception check to just see if there's anything like a shadow, something that is maybe hidden, trying to hide,
Sure.
because it's clearly trying to send us in opposite directions, and it's something messing with our heads.
Did you describe this room at all?
He just said it looked like an empty room.
An empty, icy chamber.
23.
You don't notice anything, especially in this first large, middle chamber. There's nothing out of the ordinary in this room.
Okay.
Whatever this is doesn't want us in this room. Every smell we smell is something that's not good.
So do we want to go? The fact that you guys are thinking different directions, I think we just pick one and stick together, and somebody keeps an eye on behind us.
I agree. I'm not going to go anywhere alone.
Yeah. We stick together. One of us keeps a look behind, and
let's just go north. What do you say?
That works.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Okay,
I'll be at the back of the group.
Dild smell.
Yeah, we'll follow Dild's smell, and I'll be at the back of the group watching kind of behind us as we move that way.
Okay. You slowly make your way, very carefully trying to follow this smell, and it leads you towards the middle of the room. And right when you think that you're at the smell source, it kind of grows more faint, and you turn around, and it smells like it's trying to lead you back the other way.
Back to 38.
Yeah.
And there's no exit.
nothing-
There's no exit up here to the north. It just ends this room.
Yeah, it appears that way.
So while we're in here, before we go back, I'm going to do a perception check on this room if there's something messing with us in here. Oh, fuck. I knew I was going to run out of good perception checks. That's a 9.
I want to investigate this room because I'm convinced it was coming. The smell was in here. I'm like,
yeah, you'd have been very convinced of that.
And that is a 22.
This room, much like the middle chamber, appears totally empty, and you are quite sure that the smell is not coming from this room.
See, I told you.
Fine, then let's try it your way.
All right. As we work our way back to the other direction, I'm going to stay at the back and watch our backs.
How does the sense of smell change for me coming back into 38? Do I still feel like it's north, or do I now feel like it's south?
No, you no longer think it's coming from the north. You think it's coming from the south.
Curious.
As we're crossing the main little first chamber that we came into in 38, I look at our exit. Is our exit still open?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you start walking your way towards this southern chamber.
Mm-hmm.
And once you get into that kind of more narrow passageway, Dill, do you continue to smell the smell coming from the south? But Doc, you start smelling yours coming from behind you.
Just go look in the chamber. If there's nothing, then we're out of here.
Yeah.
We keep going.
Okay. This appears to be another big empty chamber.
Oh my god.
Another,
And
perception
now
check.
my sense of smell is what?
It is leading you out of this room.
Perception check on this room is a 23.
It's a big, empty, icy room.
All right, let's get out of here. This is BS.
Yeah, my investigation was a 14. I'm at a loss. I don't even know what's
I
going
don't know.
on.
It's like
I mean, it's clearly trying to divide us. Whatever is going on here.
When I go back to 38, where do I sense the smell is now?
From the north.
Where does Doc sense the spell is now?
to the south.
From the, well, if you're still with the group, you still sense it coming from the north.
All right. There's something in here that's fucking with us.
Yeah. But I don't think I say we just leave it.
Yeah.
All right.
We go to leave. Does anything happen?
Nope.
Okay. Clearly, there's a puzzle there that we didn't figure out. I guess.
There's not a lot of pieces to put together there.
I mean, I'm guessing we had to go
Split the party.
split the party,
Yeah.
but I don't know that I'm willing to split the party to figure out this puzzle. I mean, how far across is that room? Like, how far apart would we be if we went?
How top to bottom?
Yeah, like if one group went to one room and one group went to the other, how far apart would we be?
If you're actually both in the separate chambers, probably about 50 feet away from each other.
So you're one turn of dashing away from each other.
Yeah.
Do we want to try it, or do we just want to say screw this? We're out.
We can try it.
Do you want to?
Is it worth it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because I don't think what we need is in here. I'm not sure.
Me
I
what
don't
we
think so
need,
either. So I think
Let's move on.
Check it out.
Okay, we go back to 36.
Do we go down?
We continue our way south. Yeah.
Yep. Continue our way
Is-
south.
Can we catch whatever we thought was the movement or whatever?
No, let's do it in perspective, right?
Yeah, we're in a different spot. It's the thing that I'll do. See if I know where that creature that was moving around is again. See if I can find it when we come back to 36. 22.
It still seems to be rustling around in that southernmost tree.
Okay, so we're just gonna go to the next room, going around the circle, or next exit, going around the circle.
Getting awfully close to that tree.
I know.
I'm not like a spider monkey.
Okay. It is a long hallway that you can't see all the way down.
So, let's go.
So, I mean, keep edging down the hallway.
Yep.
Does it slope up or down at all? It looks like it's saying it
Looks
slopes.
like it does at some point and starts to slope.
It starts going down.
Yeah, it is slightly. It's not like a slide, but it is sloped slightly downward.
All right.
How far do you want to walk
How
down?
slippery is the floor?
I mean, I guess
I mean, it's ice, but you have
Crampons, right?
we put our crampons and
so it's manageable. It's not like a it is a slight decline.
it's something that we can get back up fairly.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, we keep going then.
Okay. You go about 100 yards, and it still keeps going.
Want to keep going?
I mean, I guess like
Let's do another 100 yards.
You go
Does it open-
another 100 yards, and it seems to keep going.
Jeez.
I mean, how far would we go before we
Let's
get
do one more.
one more?
When does David Bowie appear?
Where an eye patch, Brett?
Right, so we do another one.
Yeah, one more.
Okay, another 100 yards, and it seems to keep going.
All right, we start back then, I guess. I mean, we know we got to go through this, but we have no idea where we're going, and our orb is telling us nothing.
Well, we don't have the orb anymore.
Yeah, we
No,
do.
you do.
Oh, we have that doctor, whatever.
Yeah, that's with Valin. The orb knows information about things, but it doesn't have like a map of this
So
kingdom.
if I ask the orb about the like mirror room, would he have any information about a room like that? Where the ice had been polished because it's like almost like a mirror, like
Not necessarily. He knows about like the history of why this is here, but not necessarily what is here.
So can he tell us anything about the room where we smell the smells?
I will say this. Like, you can ask it questions, you can try to ask it questions, but the fact that you went on the quest to get him and retrieve him safely, the reward for that quest is me telling you information that he knows. So I'm not like hiding anything that he might.
Well, we're just trying to figure out. We seem lost, so we're trying to figure out what the hell we're supposed to do. So I guess we go back up to 36.
I mean, you're somewhat lost, but you're also, I mean, I'm not telling you it's the wrong strategy, but you're also really pussyfooting around a lot of places. So
that's our normal way.
Yeah.
Well, we just don't know which way to go. And like, I hate to just go charging in and fighting crap and not even be going in the right direction.
Well, that's what I usually do.
So,
but you're a barbarian. That's your nature.
Oh yeah, Pickles would. All right, well, we've retreated to 36, and we got 2 more exits here to check out. So we have to get pretty close to that tree. Now that I'm closer to the tree, and I know that there's something in it, can I tell what it is?
Who speaks Elvish?
I do.
Okay. As you get closer to the tree, you hear what sounds like a woman's voice greet you in Elvish. It says, "Well, hello. I haven't had a visitor here in, seems like a millennia."
We can't see the person. We just hear it.
At the moment, you can just hear the voice. Yeah.
But it's coming from the tree that I knew something was in.
Yep.
Well, I don't speak Elvish, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But considering how lost we've been, I'd say, I'm not surprised you haven't seen a lot of visitors down here.
Oh, yes. I've heard. Well, that's not true. I don't know why I said that. But yes, it does appear that this is quite a maze of tunnels and chambers.
What exactly are you doing here?
Well, I don't exactly have a choice.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Sort of a keeper of the trees, I suppose you could say.
I was impressed by seeing these because obviously it's not the normal location to find beautiful foliage such as this.
Yes, thank you. I do put a lot of myself into these blooming beauties.
So while he's talking to it, has whatever it is come out where we can see it, or is it still hidden?
It is. I mean, none of you have made another perception check to try to see it, but
I would once it was talking and I knew it was in a tree. Yes, I would. 17.
Yeah, you see a dryad blending in, camouflaging itself with the tree.
Okay. Well, I would relate that to everyone else. That I'd be like, But I don't know what she's saying, so I'm relying on Dill to
Yeah.
translate here for us.
I legitimately don't even know what I want to get information-wise.
I would just ask her about these, like how she ended up here, and maybe her name, and tell her your name, and
It's gonna be a long.
you know where we need to go.
I don't know that we know where we need to go. Let's see. Did the Frostmaiden make this location for you? Did she put this here for you?
Oh, the who?
Right.
No, I was bound here by Netheri's magic, and as I said, I was bound here to keep these trees alive, and but it's been a long time. I've had someone to talk to. It's quite nice to have you all here.
Ask her if the fruit's edible. I'm getting hungry.
I'm not going to eat the fruit, man.
Like, ask if
You're not going to ask her that?
No. I'm going to look at him and just give him the look.
Come on, man.
I mean, you might ask about what kind of trees they are, though.
Yeah, there you go.
And not that we're going to eat it, but just try to understand what these trees like.
Speak for
What's
yourself.
special.
What sort of trees do you have here? Looks like some sort of pear tree. The fruit looks beautiful.
She says, "Oh yes, these magical purple pears. They are wonderful. They are, I would say, magically delicious."
You tell me they're magically delicious?
I'm not translating that for him at all. Magic, you say?
Yes. Oh yes. I don't. I sense from your reaction that you think that I meant that in a sinister sense, when quite the opposite. They are quite beneficial for your health and your bowel and your all around health and mental health and physical well-being, and
I'll do it.
quite wonderful. I mean, that's all I have to eat down here. So,
and I gotta say, all this time we've been playing this game, we have yet to have one bowel movement, so we must be really constipated.
No,
my insight is a 16.
We just don't focus on that.
We don't.
Yeah,
I'm going.
Especially the Christmas special when
Yeah.
As
Heard
his
my
character
mentioning
got turned
changing
into a
your
toilet.
diapers. Yeah.
and got
I got an
Steven
insight of 16.
I got a 24.
Oh, we're gonna do an insight?
No, you
Oh,
don't
you can't
understand.
speak
her.
You
Elvish.
just sit there and wait your turn.
I'm just drooling.
You and I don't understand the conversation. And I'm getting half the information because they don't want to give you the information.
Doc, you definitely get the sense that she is telling her truth.
Okay.
But again, she has been honest by saying that she hasn't seen anyone in a very, very, very long time. She believes these pears are harmless.
It seems like there's a lot of.
She is also a dryad who is not the same species as any of you. So I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to lead you in a direction by saying that. I'm just saying she is not lying to you.
Would you ever be willing to share them? I don't want to take anything that's not mine, but
yes,
they look delicious.
Please. They grow much faster than I can consume them, so it's a shame to let them all go to waste. Please help yourself. Pick them, and they are best consumed right off as soon as you pick them. Though they don't do very well off the tree.
I see. Well, considering how many sort of treacherous creatures lurk about, I bet there's a lot of folks trying to steal these from you.
There's actually not a lot of creatures down here that pass my way. However, I did see just the other day a couple times 3 dark elves passing through back and forth that I had not seen before. They didn't stop to chat though.
Dark elves can be like that, kind of rude.
And now that
the vampires.
they're in the chamber directly south from here, there seems to be some strange one-eyed creatures that lurk in the cave there, and they followed the dark elves up from below after the last foray with the southern passage.
You're talking about the
Southeastern passage.
You're talking about the passage we haven't gone through yet. One of the ones straight to the bottom.
Yes, the one straight down.
Okay.
Oh, so there's traffic coming. That's 39, right? So there's traffic going back and forth.
So
No, not 39. The next one.
She saw the dark elves coming from the western passage and going
To the southern one we haven't went.
The
down.
next two that we haven't looked at.
going down the long passage that you started walking down.
Oh,
The one-eyed creatures came from the passage directly to the south, so they followed the dark elves.
Okay, now I'm confused.
yeah, me
Okay.
too.
So
Why
dark
don't you just give
elves-
us the number for that other one, and we'll be able to number these?
yeah, the other one is number 29. So to the left is 29. To the south is 37, and then the one you went down is 39. So
Okay.
you saw the dark elves going from 29 to 39. So from
Okay.
the left,
Crossing the bottom there.
crossing the bottom and down the long path, and from 37, the one directly south, you saw strange one-eyed creatures lurking in the cave to the south. They followed the dark elves up from below after their last foray down the southeastern passage,
Okay.
which would be 39.
Yeah.
So the elves are going from 39 back and forth to 29 on the left.
So
I don't know about. Sorry.
go ahead.
I was just going to keep asking her questions. If you had a question first, though, great.
No, go for it.
We noticed some rather peculiar Knoll vampires flipping about that seem to be giving us a few headaches.
Oh, that's interesting. I can't say that I've noticed a Knoll vampire in my neck of the woods.
Ah,
I've
like
been waiting to use that one for hundreds of years, really.
And what about the odd smells from that cavern to the east there? There's some peculiar scents coming from out there.
Yeah, I don't have a nose.
My apologies.
Oh, it's okay. Your first dryad. It's all right. I understand.
I have to say it probably is.
I will say though, from what I hear occasionally through the random passerby who doesn't talk to me, just thank you again. You've all been so wonderful. I'm so glad you're here. Please just make yourselves at home. Some of the chambers here in these caverns have some strange qualities, but I don't know much about that. All I know is about the trees and the pears.
So,
All right, I tell Tickles that if he wants to try a pear, he can try one and see what happens.
but he needs to eat it immediately out.
Yeah, don't save it.
Just
Just
for
eat
her. And she thinks it'll be fine for us. But
it. And you want to thank her when you get one.
Okay, I eat a pear.
Okay.
I don't even touch it with my hands. I just bite it off the tree.
Oh, geez.
Can I do that?
Come on, don't shame me.
Oh God!
And I eat it. And I said, thumbs up to her.
And he goes,
until
Well, wait. Alec is rolling dice, so
he's rolling dice to see what's happening.
till
Okay.
what happens.
So you eat a pear.
Mm-hmm.
just one.
I assume you're just eating one, right?
It only
Not a
takes
pear,
one.
Yeah, just pick one.
Okay. You feel a sense of power when you eat this, and you have gained a charm of lightning bolt.
A what?
This charm allows you to cast the lightning bolt spell with a spell save of DC 15. As an action, no components required. Once used, this charm vanishes from you. So you have a one-use lightning bolt spell.
Oh, okay. So there's different. You can get different things from eating it. All right. Well, I guess we all are going to try to eat at least one.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat one for sure.
Yeah.
So it's a charm of lightning bolt.
Yeah, I can give you the info on the
My
spell.
guess is not all of these are positive, but
Oh, Marcus caught up. He's been too busy sports gambling. He doesn't know what's going on. So I'll go next if you want.
Okay. You gain a charm of vicious mockery.
Ooh.
Charm allows you to cast vicious mockery, 5th level version, DC 15 as an action. Once used 3 times, this charm vanishes from you.
okay. All right.
I can
Document
use
that.
it 3 times. Oh wow. Okay.
At 5th level.
Okay.
All right. I guess I'll go next.
You get the Charm of Restoration. It has 6 charges. You can use the action to expend some of its charges to cast the following spells: Greater Restoration for 4 charges or Lesser Restoration for 2 charges. Once all of the charges have been expended, this charm vanishes from you.
So greater for 4,
Lesser for 2.
lesser for 2.
So basically, you can use greater once and lesser once, or lesser 3 times.
Okay. Is this something that I can look up, or is this something I just need?
Yeah, these are all regular spells.
Spells, yeah.
Well, no, I meant like the charm thing, but okay. I just know that I have greater restoration or lesser. So I could use. So once the 6 charms are gone, it's gone. So I can use greater once plus lesser once or lesser 3 times.
Yep.
Okay.
So
I'll go ahead and eat one too.
This is the Charm of Purplemancy. Charm allows you to cast Fairy Fire with Violet Light only. Spell save DC 15 as a bonus action instead of an action. No components required. Once used 3 times, this charm vanishes from you.
Tony, it sounded like yours was a one use lightning bolt spell.
Yep.
okay.
And you can look up lightning bolt. It's fairly easy to find.
I'm just going to see if I have that.
No, Ryan, it's not DoorDash. But apparently we all got something to eat. So,
And they vicious mockery me every time I want to do something. Look what we got.
well, you
Well, we just didn't want you to do it before we talked to her.
I'll thank her again for allowing us to partake.
Oh,
She didn't.
my pleasure for my new friends. It is. Have I said how great it is for you that you're here?
So can we eat more than can we
No.
we eat
No.
I think you can only have 1 charm on you at a time.
more? Okay.
You can eat more if you want. She did say help yourself, so
I don't know what's gonna happen. You want to eat a second one?
Sure. I want to get teabagged by another pair.
You're going to probably lose your lightning bolt, but go for it.
Well, we'll find out.
Or something bad starts to happen when you eat multiples. We'll see. All right, I'm going to have to open
so you eat a second pair, and you feel the charm of lightning bolt fade from your body.
Okay.
It is replaced with the charm of sending. Charm allows you to cast the sending spell as an action for 1 time. Once you use the charm, vanishes from you.
Okay.
So basically, you eat until you get something you want.
Right. I'm gonna switch because I don't need vicious mockery.
I'm going to keep the greater restoration.
Yeah.
The restorations.
Charm of sending.
Dill, you get the charm of invisibility. Allows you to cast invisibility spell as an action 3 times.
Okay.
See, everybody gets a better one than me.
The lightning bolt is
Go
done.
You
ahead.
have the lightning
Yeah,
bolt.
you wasted the lightning bolt.
I'll go ahead and eat another one.
Kind of fun.
You get the charm of cure wounds.
Oh, there
Allows
you
you
go.
to cast cure wounds at 3rd level as an action. Your spellcasting ability for this charm is Wisdom, and it is one-time use.
Okay, I'm going to eat another pear.
Third level. All right.
Does anybody have, just as we're standing here,
Keeping
does
that.
anyone have anything affecting them that had reduced hit points or anything going on? I couldn't remember.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, I was just thinking Tickles. I could heal him right now with the third level cure wounds.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
But I was thinking somebody had something happen to them where they got reduced, but maybe not. Maybe that was Gish.
I did.
It's
What did-
maximum hit points, right?
But didn't we
Yeah, maximum
take that
hit
off
point.
or something?
Was
Any
reduced
reduction to
down.
one of the target's ability scores, one effect reducing the target's maximum hit points. So I could just go on and cast Greater Restoration on you right now and undo that.
Well, we might as well say that because if we take a long rest, that goes away.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's only 8. It's not like it's, you know.
Okay. I wanted to make sure, like, because while we have a moment, it would be yeah. Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on.
All right. Well, I will
Third
keep those
level.
because they are not on my Warlock spell list.
So I heal you for 16.
Lovely.
And I'll eat another fruit.
Yeah, I'm going to eat another fruit too.
All right. Well, who's going first?
You can go first.
Okay.
You get the charm of sending.
Okay.
And when you finish eating this third one, you start to feel terrible cramps in your stomach.
So there is a max.
And
I'll tell
you are.
Nicholas that.
What's that?
Nothing. Go ahead.
And you are now poisoned.
I'm resistant
The poison-
to poison.
The poison creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
I'm going to keep my my thing of sending. Oh, wait a minute! No, wait a minute! Hold on. I have a
You've
thing.
got
against
2. This
poison.
would be your third.
I have
The
a.
third one is what poisoned him, but you can't be poisoned or what, Doc?
Well, I'm resistant to poison.
Oh, you're resistant. That's not the same thing.
No.
Well, I could go on and use one of the lessers.
Well, if you're resistant to poison, I don't know how that works here, but just make a. Go ahead.
I was just sort of trying to read, but I don't see anything right off the.
Yeah, just make a 50-50 straight up D20 roll.
Okay.
1 to 10, 11 to 20. High roll saves.
I did not save.
Okay.
I got a 5.
I'm going to take another.
You're going to be poisoned if you do that.
I know, but I'm a green. I'm a green dragon dragonborn, whatever. So I'm resistant to poison.
Well, so was Doc.
Yeah,
And
so was I, and now I'm
now
poisoned.
he's poisoned. Just keep the sending thing.
Okay, I'll keep it.
I
So
mean, I
what was
can undo Doc being poisoned, but I have to use 2 of the charges. So I'd have to use the lesser. And then I could still use lesser twice, or I could use greater once.
So what was the downfall of being poisoned with this?
You have terrible stomach cramps that gives you disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws until it ends. Sorry. Attack rolls and ability checks.
I'll probably do need to either take a. Would that go away with a short rest or long rest or
24 hours.
24 hours?
Not the longer.
But
Right?
I will say, if you take a long rest, you can shit your brains out and deal with it.
Okay.
All right, I'm all set.
So ask the Dryad if obviously she saw the Dark Elves go through here, but do creatures mostly avoid her woods, or does she see things? Like she didn't know anything about the Null Vampire. I'm just curious what comes through here. Dylan's no longer paying attention to the game, so.
All right. I got an update. Sorry.
I was
You
gonna
asked-
say, like, if we wanted to try to get like a short rest in here, you might ask her, like, do things
Oh, I'm
avoid
scared. No, with her saying that foot traffic's come through here, I'm scared of taking a rest in here. I don't know.
Okay, that's why I was.
I can ask her. I can
Yeah,
ask
how
her
often do things come in here? Do they avoid your woods? What's the deal?
if perchance my friends and I felt the desire to take a nap and refresh ourselves here to sleep. What are the chances that trouble might befall us? That people might come through and disturb us?
Um, well, I mean, it's not like they're walking by every hour on the hour, but they they have come by rather frequently over the last couple of days, and I've kind of kept my distance. They give me the heebie-jeebies, whereas you a lot are just so nice and so wonderful to have here. I'm so glad to have you talking to me.
Okay.
It's just,
And you're saying they'll
Right.
always stay on this south end of the cave here. They're never up to the northern end.
I mean, I don't want to speak for them, but what I've observed, yes, that is the path they've been taking.
So I'll pass that along to Gray.
So,
It sounds like we could try to
question
nap
for-
in a corner up in the north end and hope for the best, but the odds are we're going to see some.
She says, "Well, I've never seen anything come or go from the cave to the east. That might be a good place if you're looking for a spot to rest."
the one with the smells, yeah.
Crazy smells.
Oh, right. Yes, you did say that. Yeah. Again, no nose, no smelling. So I've not noticed that, but seems pretty quiet over there.
All right, Doctor, I need to use that one of the lessers to get you back to.
If we don't take a long rest, probably.
Okay.
So that seems like a pretty negative side effect.
Well, so what are we going to do? Where are we going? So do we think, does the orb know anything about dark elves being related to the Frostmaiden in any way, or anything that, like, what this lady's told us? Does it give him any clues about where we need to go? Dark elves or cyclops of some sort?
He says, "Dark elves? Well, geez, no, I don't even know of a connection to the Underdark in this area."
Okay. What about cyclops of some sort? You said one-eyed creatures.
Well, every frost giant I've seen has had two eyes.
Okay. So, what are we thinking?
Well, we got to investigate these other two hallways to the
looks like
south.
the old one.
I'd prefer to go to the farthest one. What is that, west option?
The west first.
Just
where the
because
dark
that
elves
only
came
thing we know
from?
about that is that the elves keep coming from there, and maybe I'd rather fight dark elves than whatever floating eye monsters might be that hovering
Okay.
down that other way.
All right, we're gonna try that one next, I guess. We're
As
so
you
off.
start walking away, the dryad says, "Oh, whoa, wait! Don't be so hasty. Please stay here and rest a spell, and let's continue our conversations. Quite lovely."
Well, we'd love to stay, and we'll probably come back. We're just gonna take a look down these passages over here for a quick spell.
Oh well, it probably is not very reassuring, and well, you're here. And we're having such a nice conversation. Would you consider staying for a little while longer?
How long do you consider a little while?
Well, for an immortal being, I guess that is a fair question. It is up for interpretation, but more than these 5 long minutes that we've enjoyed.
Well, we plan to come back in a mo, but first we're gonna scout out these other corners to make sure that nothing will bother us.
Make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
All of us?
Dill.
Bill.
17.
Okay. You feel charmed by her and want to try to convince the rest of the group to.
But wait, aren't I? No, I don't have that. What was
You haven't attuned to it yet.
No, but I'm let's see here. Advantage on wisdom when I'm against magical charming.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
against
that's
magic.
right.
So should I roll another wisdom roll?
I forgot you had that.
So you have advantage.
That's a 16, so it wasn't any better. 17, 16. So what was it? I feel charmed.
Yes, she cast charm person on you. So she's not doing anything detrimental as far as like
Right.
She was just
nothing malicious. She's just trying to get you to stay.
And I'm now charmed, so I'm gonna try to convince them to stay.
Yes.
Okay. So hey guys, maybe we take a long rest or so. And this has been a tough dungeon. You know, we've already lost one friend. Maybe it's worth taking a break under the pear trees here a bit and getting our wits about us again.
But there's no chance. I mean, where will we stay? I mean,
the odds are we're going to get attacked, unfortunately.
Can we climb a tree?
She seems to think that this northeastern end here maybe would have a little less foot traffic. Maybe we can find a little quiet spot in and among the trees and the rock wall here, and we'd be safe. Perhaps. Is this a persuasion roll that I'm doing?
I would probably go with that, with being low on spell slots.
I mean, I know we could use a rest, so it's probably not going to be that hard to convince us to stay for a little bit, but don't want to be like. But we also got to like finish this. Unfortunately, we have something to do here, so yeah. I'm not opposed to trying to get a rest in. I really don't need more than a short rest, but
I have no more rages. Just to let you know,
we can try.
And you don't recover spell slots on short rests.
Nobody does but me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we can try to get a long rest in. I don't know how well it's going to go, but we can try it.
Can we climb up in the trees?
How many people want to go for the long rest?
I would.
I go
1, 2, 3.
All right, so I would say we go and but we're going to need to hide, so we kind of move up next to the wall and try to hide ourselves, I guess.
Yeah. The spot where there's the tree and the little gap in the wall, there's a little northeast spot there that might be a good little hideout.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Is anybody going to keep watch, or are we going to have a rotation?
Well, yeah, I'll start. I can take first watch.
Okay. I mean, it's not the most comfortable sleeping arrangement. Like the ground is still icy and cold and wet, and but it is a bit warmer in this area with the trees than you have found elsewhere in this cavern. So you decided is probably the best place to rest or try to. So everyone make me a I guess survival check.
Survival check.
To see if you were able to get any rest.
I got an 11.
I got so did I.
21.
Oh, geez.
18.
Oh, God.
Okay. Dild and Tickles, you are very uncomfortable all night and are kind of tossing and turning. So you still feel like shit the next day, but you do manage to get some rest in. So.
Nice.
Lucky.
Yes, I got my rages back.
All right.
What is the dryad still there when we wake up?
Yeah. I mean,
maybe that's why I didn't get good sleep. She was talking to me all night.
She was just over your shoulder, just.
How do you
sleep? So the charm person at this point should have worn off, though.
Yeah. So can we eat more?
It's in your ear. What?
Can we eat more?
Did the spells, the charms that we ate, is that still there?
Yeah, they don't have a time limit on them. They just
okay.
have a usage limit.
But
on them.
but JP was saying the spell she cast on me to charm me may have faded.
Maybe, I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's only for an hour. So yes, it has worn off.
Okay. I guess we thank her and say we're gonna head to go check out the Western
You're
Passage.
gonna get charmed again.
Her can't just duck out. She's sitting there watching.
Yeah.
I know you've been here for quite a bit longer than you expected at this point, but you were all sleeping and didn't really get to chat anymore. So
unfortunately, we have something we need to accomplish down here. But once we do, we'll come back and visit.
Yes.
And with advantage, I got a 19 that time.
Okay, this time you save.
Okay. Thank you so much. We will definitely come back and enjoy some of the delicious food here again shortly.
Well, I'm not sure I believe you, but
well,
sure.
Am I aware?
We're probably dead.
Am I aware that she tried to charm me, or at least did? Maybe.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right. Well,
Wait,
let's
so
go.
where are we going?
The
I
west.
think we're going to the
bigger-
one he said that the elves came from, even though
Yeah.
the book or the orb was like elves. They don't have anything to do with the Frostmaiden, but anyway. That's where we've decided to go.
Let's go.
I think we probably need to go beat the vampire, but who knows?
Well, we keep fighting him and he keeps running off.
Mm.
All right, so this is 29. Is that what it was?
29.
What? Where?
On the left western side there.
No, it is first. It is 30.
Oh, okay.
30.
Oh my goodness, that's
So
Yeah.
what do we find as we go down this long passage? Looks like there's something in 30 at least.
Okay. Yeah, once you get down this long, winding passageway that leads you to this chamber off the path, this cavern has a 15-foot high ceiling and a smaller dead-end cave in the back of it. Sticking out of the larger cave's floor is a 60-degree angle. At a 60-degree angle is a giant-sized wooden spear with its obsidian tip pointing upwards. The weapon glows with a faint, cold light.
Okay, so it's magical.
Oh, did I end up taking the cloak?
Oh, I don't know who took the. I would assume Dill attuned to.
Oh
the,
crap! Yeah, I attuned. I'm sorry.
The cloak. Who did we decide was taking the cloak?
I was legitimately
Oh,
thinking
bad.
that long
Kinda
rest wasn't
thought
going to work.
I talked at the end about me taking it because you took the bag and Tickles took the 4 gold rings.
Oh, yeah. I handed Tickles the 4 gold rings. You're like, oh, that means I get the cloak. I forgot about that. So sure, we hand the cloak to. Probably not a bad idea to give it to our healer, given everything. So yeah, you have the mantle of spell resistance. I will remove it from the bag of holding.
All right. So what? So what are we seeing?
1 second.
Okay.
So I've taken it out. So it needs to be on
Okay.
your
Yeah,
inventory.
I got it on my sheet now.
Door the Explorer.
Okay. When you attuned to the staff,
Uh-oh.
You gained a new flaw
Wonderful.
I like to give orders and expect to be obeyed.
How is that
Wait,
a new
was that
law?
new?
I was gonna say Dill is pretty chill overall, so this is gonna
Yeah,
be
no,
interesting.
that-
How does that
for
work?
Dill, that is new. For John, that is not. But
So I like to give orders and I what?
Expect to be obeyed.
Expect to be obeyed. Okay.
okay.
Little Napoleon.
I mean, I am tiny. Okay.
And
And I would obviously have no knowledge about that. Okay.
did Doc get something with his or not?
Nope.
Okay. All right. So we see what appears to be a magical spear, but it's giant sized.
Yeah, it's about, you guess, although you could, it's partially buried in the ice, you guess that it's probably 20 to 25 feet long.
Can I do a Arcana check on it just to see if it's something like the way it's glowing and something I would recognize?
Sure.
15.
Yeah, nothing good.
Or if Arcana is not the right thing, I could have done a
No, it's fine. I'm just trying to figure out what to tell you about it. Roll a 15.
Mm-hmm. 12 plus 3 for my Arcana is what I rolled.
So why it's glowing is not magical, but you know that it is related to magic.
Okay, so I tell the group to that so they can look at me and go,
I don't know how else to say it.
What does that mean?
Doesn't make any sense.
yeah. It's not glowing because it's magic, but it's magic. That's what I got.
So a bag of you have a bag of holding. Is that something we can put big objects into?
Well, within reason. That would be too big.
If you can fit it into the bag, like the bag does have a capacity, but yes, like things much bigger than the bag you can't fit it. So
yeah,
since this is a spear, even though it's huge, it's still relatively, in comparison, small around. It would fit into the.
it would. Okay.
Can we
Into
pull
the
it?
bag,
Can we
if
take
you
this
can
out
get
of
it
the
out.
ground?
Well, it's buried in the ice, so I don't know if
It's
we
buried
can
in the
get it.
ice. It's about half buried into the ice, so it is. You could try to get it out, but it is not something you could just pick up.
Can I try to take it out?
Is the obsidian Chardolin?
No, it is obsidian. You do not recognize it as Chardolin. This is
Okay.
much, much older than anything you've seen with Chardolin in it.
Can you hit it with a fireball?
No. Let's not waste a spell like that.
Oh, I didn't know if it was one of his little cantrips or something.
A fireball is not a cantrip. I mean, I don't know if we want to touch it or not. Like, 'cause
I'll
I'm
touch
getting a weird magical vibe off of it, but it's not really magical. So I don't even know how to relate that to the group. Is there anything else in this room or cave that draws my attention? Other than the spear, that might give us a clue about the spear.
No, it's just the spear in this.
Does the orb know anything about the spear?
He says, "Whoa, I mean, sort of. It appears to be from what I know, a frost giant spear, but I don't know why it's glowing."
Okay.
All right. And what about that little room to the north there?
Yeah, that just seems to be a little antechamber. There's nothing really in there of interest.
Do you want? Okay, so if we don't want to take the sword, you want to keep going?
It's a spear.
Oh,
Spear. I mean,
There's no inscription on it or anything, right?
Not that you can see from the unburied portion, at least.
Okay.
so go up to it, and I got. So I'm actually like looking for a weapon. Do I get any vibes off of this that it's what I'm looking for?
What type of vibes?
Like, is there a pull to this weapon in any way, shape, or form? Because I'm technically have never yet found the actual weapon that is my thing. That's right. Is there anything drawing me to this, or is it just a spear that glows?
There's nothing drawing you to it, no.
Okay.
Can I just go up to him and try to pull it once?
You can do anything, but I don't know that we're looking for you to do that.
I mean, your call, Tickles.
I'll pull on it once.
Okay.
I think it's 7, so.
So first, you go and you grab it to try to pull it out of the ground, and your hands grasp the shaft, and it explodes out the top. No. The light that the spear is glowing kind of starts to fade, and you see your hands begin to glow, and then your arms begin to glow, and then your body begin to glow.
Let go!
And then the glow disappears, but you have this flash of a memory that is not, you know that it's not yours, because the memory is that of a frost giant. And you begin to grow. And you have been given Vladimir's spark. And let me read this to you.
He stroked the shaft and then he grew.
Yep, he stroked the shaft and he got a chubby.
You got a spark.
You gain 1 foot of height every hour and become proportionally heavier until you stand 21 feet tall and weigh 7,700 pounds when you stop.
Damn.
When you are 9 feet tall or taller, your strength becomes 19 unless it's already higher. For every 3 additional feet of height you gain, your strength increases to 1 to a maximum of 23. Armor and clothing you are wearing and weapons you are carrying magically increase in size to match your growth.
Oh, shit.
You are the recipient of a greater restoration spell or similar magic. The charm vanishes from you and you immediately shrink back to normal size along with armor, clothing, and weapons in your possession.
So we can undo it, but until then, we have a giant Tickles.
So how tall are you normally? About 7 feet, I think, right?
Yeah, I think I'm a little less than 6. I think I'm 6 and change, but yeah.
So let's just call it 7 for the sake of ease. So in 16 hours, right? No, 21 feet. So in 14 hours, you will be at the maximum height of 21 feet, and your strength will be at a maximum of 23.
Shit.
So, like, if we use Greater Restoration on him, he loses all of it. He loses the strength and everything, right?
Yeah, he just goes back to the way he was normally.
Okay. But in the time being, he currently already has a 19 strength if he didn't already have that.
Not until he's 9 feet tall. So in about 2 hours, his strength's going to go to 19.
Okay. So, but he immediately gained a foot. So he's like
How
8 feet.
how tall are these passageways?
No, you gain 1 foot every hour.
Oh, okay, so we haven't actually seen anything happen to him yet, other than he glowed for a second.
Correct, but he feels what is happening to him, so it's up to him if he wants to communicate that, I suppose.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you.
growing. I'm growing.
You don't want to know that you're turned on by a spear.
I just want to know that if he grows too big, will he be able to get in and out of these places? Is he going to get stuck somewhere?
Yeah, I mean, this chamber has a 25-foot ceiling, but obviously some places aren't.
Some of those hallways look very narrow.
But since you were trying to pull the thing out, make a athletics check for me, please.
All right.
No, that was a 17.
That's not going to cut it.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Well, now we have a giant. We're going to have a giant tickles, and but we have the ability to undo it if we need to. So
Yeah.
So we keep going
Lagging here, huh?
down the hall.
All right, everyone, let's go further down to the left there.
Yeah.
Do as I say.
We're probably clearly going the wrong way. We're getting further and further from
Oi,
colder
go back,
and colder. He hasn't started going colder, colder.
Lagging. Okay.
Tickles, you go first.
Okay, so you keep going left.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You reach this little curve here is another, looks like similar to the tower that you saw up this way.
Okay.
This little jammy in H6.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a
So it's a dead end.
no, it is not a dead end. It is hold on.
So it's another part or a separate tower from what we saw.
Yeah, I was trying to find the exact which
Like the
from which
mage
direction is the best.
The mage tower thing that we found before.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we're not going out of it. Let's see.
Is that the thing where that body was?
Okay. A cylindrical domed building made of seamless black stone and decorated with faintly glowing constellations.
Okay. What does our orb say about this building?
Is it like the same thing as the?
Because he had a description for the tower. He told us what that was or whatever. But
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it is. He does from this direction. It is just a wall, sort of.
Okay.
So it's not.
can we? Is there like any openings in the wall, or do I need to investigate, or
Didn't we
like is there a way
have,
through, or does it appear to block our path?
I thought we had a hammer on the last one to break a gap in it.
Well, we could see into it, but we had to
Yeah.
hammer on it a little bit to get the holes big enough.
Well, that's where I was wanting to see if we could see if we had any kind of opening.
Because the dark elves were supposedly coming from this way, so
Right.
I would assume it
Theory.
opened somehow.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out. It's like a bunch of different things that congregate here, so I'm trying to figure out where it says what.
What we can actually see from where we're at.
Yeah. Okay, I can't find anything, so I'm just gonna say if you'd like to make an investigation check
I was
on the
gonna
wall,
say,
you can.
I'll investigate the wall. Yeah.
Okay, who's the best investigator? I think it's the old.
This guy. I got an 18.
Okay. With an 18, you find, even though it appears to be a perfectly seamless black stone, there is you do find a seam in it that appears to be something that if you push could open into a door.
Tickles, push.
Tickles, come here. Push it. I do the ordering around here. Tickles, get over there and push on the wall.
All right, push on the wall.
Good man.
Ugh, only because I'm the best barbarian around.
Hey, more hip, less lip.
You got a problem?
Not if you push on the wall.
Yeah, I'll push
Roll
on your
strength
wall.
check, Tickles.
Strength check?
Or well, I don't know what he's going to tell you to
That's
roll.
how I was waiting.
No, you can just push it open.
All right, push. I push it open.
Okay. I didn't cut this right, but that middle section is a big wall of ice, so you can't see through to the other side.
Or
But
get through.
So we're just seeing this one little part.
you're only seeing the part on the right.
Yeah,
Okay.
gotcha.
And it leads up north to another one of those walls.
Yeah, and there's nothing really of interest in this section.
Can we see through the ice to see anything on the other side, or is it just too dense?
You can see that there is something on the other side, but it is too thick to. It's not like it's like looking through a giant ice cube. You know, you can sense that there is shadow and shape over there, but you can't.
Sure.
You have no idea what it is.
Can I investigate the wall to the north?
Yes, you may.
That was a 15.
Yeah, I mean, from the inside, it's a bit easier to see, and there is another door that will lead out to.
Tickles, do it again, mate.
Okay, so I do it again. I'm looking at him now. I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
Okay. Icicles cling to the 20-foot-high ceilings of this ice cavern. Embedded in the south wall is a domed circular building made of seamless black stone, blah, blah, blah.
That's where we came from.
A frost-covered statue of a human wizard stands outside of it, gazing outward from atop a 3-foot stone pedestal. The building and the statues rest on a 5-foot-high curved stone platform enclosed by a low wall. And the statue Professor Skint does know something about.
Cool.
Sweet.
He knows that they were sculpted by magic and that given their costuming, they depict Netherese wizards.
Okay. And did you say there was any markings on the base of the statue, or was this just a statue?
It's on a 3-foot-high pedestal. There's no markings. There are faintly glowing constellations in the black stone.
They're glowing, you said?
So, well, he said it was crafted by magic. So
should we investigate it then?
I can investigate it.
It's not like I'm telling you what to do. You know what I'm saying?
23.
From what you can see, the constellations are purely decorative.
all right. So around the way, I guess. Keep going.
Okay.
If there's nothing else in here of interest. Should we go around toward 27?
Aye. Let's head around the corner there. Tickles in the front.
What the hell happened to you?
Okay, so you guys are walking around to
27.
27.
27. Gotcha.
Well, that's the only way out of this room, right? That we see.
Unless
Yeah.
we go back.
Unless we go back, right?
Yeah. Well, we might as well keep going. So yeah. Because we don't know that this leads
Okay.
to someplace
Who's in the
that you
lead?
guys saw with the eye.
Tickles,
I guess I am.
the giant.
I'm not giant yet, right?
He's not growing yet.
Yeah, you're getting there. You're a slow burn.
How do I find when every time's an hour?
He'll tell you.
Okay.
Okay. Two of these icicles fall
The methods.
Oh, in 29 or in 27?
in 29.
Okay.
Two of these icicles fall as Tickles walks under them. One of them hits.
Okay.
Stupid
And it
icicle
does.
people.
That's the methods or Mifits or whatever.
Yeah.
We were so cautious for so long watching the ceilings.
11 piercing damage
Oof.
and 13 cold damage.
Oh, you. Well,
You're
I'm immune to cold.
that's right. Yeah.
So there you go. But this is not an ice method. This is like
Bad
a
construction.
gross, wormy look. It still looks like an icicle at first glance, but it's like a gross, wormy looking thing with
Oh. Do we need
mandibles that it was holding onto the
Oh.
ceiling with.
Oh, so
So-
do we need to roll combat here?
Initiative. I take
No,
it?
they die when they hit the ground.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Okay. So look up to see for more.
Yes, exactly.
Perception check of 19.
Yeah, you can see there are 8 more that look to be incognito out of all these icicles that are on the ceiling. So
Okay.
you do see a path that you think you could take. But you know the floor is somewhat uncertain, so you will have to make I guess an athletics or an acrobatics, depending on which one you would like to do, to try to get through this room without more being dropped on your heads.
I'll do an acrobatic.
So all of us need to do that?
I would assume.
Yeah, please. Well, I mean, unless one person really boffs it and they all fall on their head.
All right. Well, I mean, that would probably be me. So
Athletics of 18.
Okay, yeah. You're able to deftly walk through this path that you see, that you've made out.
I tell the others to follow me. Exactly.
Okay.
See how they do.
I got a 4.
Well, I was going to say, because you now have a direct path where you can follow footsteps in the snow and the ice, everyone else will get advantage on trying to follow those steps.
Okay, here we go. Second try.
Well, I ended up with a dirty 21. So
I got a 7 that time.
Okay.
That's not my area of expertise.
Doc.
22.
So everyone but Dild.
So yeah, Dild, 2 are going to fall on you. 1 is going to hit and 1 is going to miss.
Okay.
So that is oofa doof. 14 piercing damage
Yikes.
and only 9 cold.
23 total. Okay.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's an ouchie for a wizard.
Yeah. That sucked.
So
Not yet,
I'll go
bro.
ahead and hit you with level 2 cure wounds. So that'll be 12 healing.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So in the 27.
Check the ceiling.
Yeah. Checking the ceiling as I get right, so here, I'll do another perception. Ooh, 8 on that perception check.
I'm checking too because I just got knocked.
It's good. We're good.
I got a 17 on my perception.
Okay, cool. You guys are able to get to 27 safely.
No, Will. Nobody else has died yet. We're still going, buddy.
How was today?
Yeah, how was teaching?
Yeah, we missed you.
Hey,
man.
this is Dungeons and Dragons time.
Tacoma is singing us a theme song. Thanks, Ian.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so much like the other sides of this building, 27 looks very similar. It has 30-foot high ceilings, covered in icicles, and you have the cylindrical dome building with 2 statues standing outside this end of it. They're also on 3-foot tall pedestals, and the building is raised by a 5-foot high curved stone platform.
All right. So we try to navigate around the icicles.
Oh, we're watching the ceiling to see if any of them are like the last
Yeah,
room.
make another perception check for me.
Oh, okay. I thought I did.
I think that was just to get to the room.
Yeah.
16.
Better mine. Mine was an 8.
18.
Yeah. These all look like icicles in this room. They don't look like there's anything hiding amongst them.
Okay.
Does the orb have anything new to say about these statues, or just more of the same?
Yeah, they just look pretty identical to the other statue.
Okay. So we'll go to the wall and see if we can find another entrance.
I'll do the investigation.
Okay. So as you walk between these statues,
Oh, never mind.
Oh, shit.
approaching the wall, you see something out of the periphery of your eyes hiding behind these 2 statues. And when you turn to look, you see 2 drow warriors standing there waiting in ambush.
Okay.
And we will end there.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
So another week without, well, I guess 1 week down without anybody dying.
we got to put the
It's
one
been
up.
1 week since our last.
At the office days without
Yeah.
an accident. 1.
One, like the beginning of every Simpsons episode. Thanks. Hey, Big Will. Great to see you. Sorry I sassed you. I do hope everything went well for you. It looks like he gave you an answer there in the chat anyway.
Yeah.
Thanks to Tacoma for stopping by. Gordon, of course.
Gordon.
Always a pleasure to see you in the chat. Appreciate you stopping by every week. Circumstances coming by more and more frequently. Chaos and Comics. We had quite a little crew here today. I think I saw Magic Lasso. Yep, Magic Lasso was here earlier. Christina Payne, thank you for stopping by.
Yeah. Some old wolf guy.
That might have been it.
Rod.
That was everybody today. Oh yeah, Rod was in here.
Super early.
Yeah, tailgating a bit, but wishing us Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. So happy 2025, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well, and we will be back next week, I assume, unless something comes up. So yeah, I guess
Kitty.
never turn your back on anything down here, really, because everything seems to be out to get you. Okay, bye, guys.
See ya.